In this lab, we are going to discuss about the configure the SOHO router. This is the assisted lab, configure the SOHO router. Here is a objective, compare the contrast open system interconnection model, layer and encapsulation context. So first I need to log in on my machine. Just click on the machine, here username, and give the password and hit enter. The password is given here, you can see this is the password, and once you will log in, you need to click on the here on this link, and here is a Ethernet connection and the wired setting. It is already written, all the instruction has been given here. So first I need to click on this settings. So click on the settings, I will get some information from here. The link IP address, speed, and the IPv6 address, as well as hardware address, default route, and the DNS. So once I will go, then I am going to click on the IPv4. Here it is a multiple option. So the question is, what setting enabled for the Ethernet 1? Also you can see this is the automatic DSCP. Just click on the check on DSCP automatic and it check. So it is all about. Now I am going to cancel this one because this is getting the IP address, or this system is getting IP address from the DSCP server. So now I am going to open the terminal, and here I am using the IP address show on ETH1. So it will display the IP address of the ETH1. The IP address is 192.168.1.112. So I need to provide here the IP address and then hit enter. So this is the IP address of the Ubuntu VM machine. I need to connect with the router or the access the open WRT router while using the SSH. So I need to provide the SSH. SSH is service which is using to access the shell of the remote device. So remote device is a router, and the IP address of the remote device is 192.168.1.1. So why I put the root is a user. So hit enter. Once I will hit enter, so I logged in because it is not asked for the password. So here, okay, so I am going to use the IPADR command to check the IP addresses of this device. You can see there is a multiple interface, ETS1, ETS2, and some others. So I need to run the command is a UCI show the network. So it will show me all the interfaces. So here is a some loopback interface name as a LO, proto is a static, IP address is 127.0.0, subnet mask is this. Now another is a WAN interface name, WAN is a ETH1. So here is a WAN interface name is a ETH1. This is the answer. And network LAN interface name. So network LAN interface name is given here. You can see this one is ETS2. So putting here and ETS2. Yes, it is done. Another command to checking the IP address, you can run the ifconfig command to check the IP address of this. So IP address, you can check out the IP addresses are there. So on the ETH2, you can check the IP address is 192.168.1.1. This is not the IP address of the Ubuntu machine. This is the IP address of the router machine. So for accessing the router, I need to put this IP address in a Firefox or any other browser. So just put the 192.168.1.1 and here it is. So you can get here the answer is no password set. This means there is a no password. So I need to put the password first. So it is not displaying. First I need to log in and then I need to put the password. So I am putting the password here, PA $W0RD. Same password I need to put again and then click on the save. If everything is fine, then it will save. The password has been set. Now I am going to log out. Why? Because I am going to log in by my new created password. Whatever I have created the password, here it is. I am clicking on the don't save and here you will get lots of the information of this interface. So what is the information you are getting here? Microsoft Corporation Virtual Machine, Xeon Gold CPU 2.1 gigahertz, open words here, and the kernel version is 4.14.171. The local time is this and uptime is this and load average this. Right, so I need to do some administration task and log in again. So what is the version? Version is a 4.14.171 and the machine name of the device. So when I will go on the down, so maybe I will get the information, and inside the overview the DSCP IP address I am getting from the Ubuntu desktop. So U desktop and score here. It is correct. Now I am click on the status, then status as it is the SOHO, so it is also having the basic firewall. So what the traffic is accepting, what is the input rule, what is the accept, SYN flood and much more. Some configuration filters are there. So you can get the information of this. If you want to check the logs of this machine, so you need to click on the status, then click on the system logs, where you will get all the logs which has been generated sometime before. Is there any type of the external server or the system log? So there is no. If I want to get the information, so here it is the information of general setting of the local time. You can sync with the NTP server, sync with the browser, and host name is OpenWRT. If you want to change, you can change and apply, save apply. Here is the logging information, all the debugging and logging information is there. If I want to use the third or the system login, any external system log server where my log will be saved on that particular server, so I will put the IP address here, 192.168.1.10, whatever. It is depend. And also provide the port number. So another tab here after the logging, there is a tab is a time synchronization, where the enabling the NTP client. If you want to make it disable, you can disable it, or if you want to any server candidates, you can add them by clicking here. Once you will done do, you can save. And if you want to change any type of administration activity, so here is a inside the system there is a administration activity where you can change the router password, where you can change the SSH access, any interface you can define, or you can check the port number if you want, but default port number is a 22. And if you want to get the information about the interfaces, then you can click here network and then interfaces. So there is a LAN interface, a management interface, and the wireless access network interface or the WAN interface. Administration, and inside the SSH, if you want to set the password, you can set the password, because password already I have changed password. So if I want to connect with again, so what I will do, I am going to exit this one, and again I am running same, and it is asking the password, but previously does not ask the password. Why? Because previously this system did not have the password. Right now, yes, it is has. So it is asking for the username. So there is another information is exist of the DHCP and DNS server. So DHCP server or the DNS server, you can enable the DNS and DHCP. Resolve the IP address, TFTP server, advanced settings and static leases, and there is some other information also exist. So if you want to get the diagnostic, here is a diagnostic options available. So where you can check out, there is a ping, traceroute and nslookup. There is a 3 commands are exist, nslookup, traceroute and the ping. That's it. So why these commands are used, we will discuss in another video. So ping command is used to check the connectivity between the one system to another system. Traceroute command is display the path of the destination, and nslookup is display the path, display the test of the name resolution and the connectivity. So similar as a network, then when you will click on the interfaces network and then click on the interfaces as given in the instruction. So there is a IP address of the LAN. So which IP address is this? This is the private IP address, right? This is not IP address, neither this is the public IP address, right? So once you will do all the things, then there is a comprehensive questions. You can complete these questions and then grade your lab or complete the lab.